receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders, right here in Las Vegas, Nevada. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Wolverines offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best player.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well today.
Safe little shovel pass. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. They start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
So Arkansas's offense will go to work for the first time. And we've said many times a tight end is the quarterback's best friend, but the last time these two played together, you can make the argument it was even more than family. It was like that thing there is a friend who sticks closer than a brother, maybe.
It was really impressive. I mean, they put up big numbers. It seemed to work every time he looked to the big fella. He delivered. So, elite 1-2 punch. Jesse, how do you slow that guy down?
I mean, you just got to pick your matchup poison, honestly. You can put a safety against him and try to take advantage of the speed, but he's not going to be big enough to match up physically. If you go linebacker, you're not fast enough. So, mixing and matching the looks, I think, is the best chance this defense has.
Got his man on the right. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. And off from the shotgun. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season. You're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out of the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. The Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Quarterback adapting. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now when you're fourth down, offense has to make a decision.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Snags a quick pass on the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. Back to pass. Makes the grab. He moves the chains and they'll park the ball at the 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wide receiver comes in motion. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring a few in, you cherry pick some elite talent and some real concerns that you have, sometimes it just...
He lobs one high down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Wolverines will line up to punt it away. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Let's see what they've got on second down. Leaves it with the back. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're scaring at third.
Well, that DB did everything right on that deep shot. You saw the speed, you saw his ability to turn his hips, and how about getting his head around, locating the football, and then knocking it away? Couldn't have done that better.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. Critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Still running at the 40. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the first quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one, and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. And on fourth down, here comes the field goal unit. This offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. And that's a live ball. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Gonna take a shot at this DB. And it falls in, complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Offense changing the play. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Lions on the move. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And the Razorbacks send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Leaves it with the running back. That hole closed quickly and pick up a 1 to the 15. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Running back searching for a hole. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a 1st down at the 29. The Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Hauls it in. Oh, there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And the Wolverines get enough to move the chains. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. The Wolverines started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. He'll pitch it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Finds his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Absolutely perfect. And the kick is good, and guys, we have ourselves a tie ball game. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Oregon delivered maybe its most thorough in years in a game that featured a ton of big plays, not unlike the way LaMichael James, Kenyon Barner, and Jonathan Stewart used to do. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Quickly to the tight end. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Dances away to buy time. A strike downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. He leaves it with his back. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's his offense with a fresh set of downs. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Razorbacks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically. Got some movement under the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Moves around to clear up the vision. At the 35, he's open. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back open in the middle. They made the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down.
Well, this is a receiver that needs to touch the ball in a variety of ways. They're going to throw it to him, but they're also going to get him involved on jet sweeps.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try along with him. This is a most difficult attempt. 59 yards out from the right hash. And he missed it. No good. And they couldn't come into the lead. It's still a 7-point game.
And sometimes I just feel like fourth down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now the lead's extended a little further.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Razorbacks in a good spot here with second and short. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Quarterback He's looking to throw on 3rd and short. It's complete to the left. The Razorbacks pick up the first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw. It keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that, you know, if it's going to be a pass rush on the outside, one-on-one or a tackle, they can go get him at the defensive end spot. We can mention names, and Hutchinson recently, one of the higher picks in the NFL draft, but always guys that play the same way.
Still looking on the move. A solid pickup there, works it to the 38 before being pushed out of bounds.
Defensively on 3rd and long, you are dropping deep. You are making sure you get at least to the sticks. They got a long way to go. Don't let them throw the football. Make them throw it underneath. And how about this quarterback? He does an unbelievable job scrambling around now, hitting the gas, picks up so many yards. Now he makes it a 4th down and manageable. So much easier on the offense.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it out quickly.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find the rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here tonight.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, they're just trying to run the ball, but that time there is absolutely nowhere for the running back to go, and as a result, that's a tackle for loss.
Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the big fella. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
It's not a great feeling on defense, too. When you're blitzing, you're expecting to get a sack. You're expecting to get a hit on the quarterback. If the offensive line and running backs pick it up, because now you have one less guy in the back end trying to cover all these receivers and tight ends, and you know you're in trouble.
This is the most annoying thing in the world for a defense, is when you start to play all these plays and all these pass concepts and routes, and then you let the quarterback get outside the pocket, and he takes off, and he gets a 1st down. Like, so much to defend. That is the hardest thing to defend, because you don't know where it's going to happen on the field and when it's going to happen.
Power football with the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Razorbacks line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. They've got the screen set up. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
How about the offense, man? Dialing up the screenplay on 3rd down. They needed a play. Sometimes people like the screen, sometimes they don't. You got to call it at the right time. And they pick the right opportunity. They get the 3rd down conversion and a new set of downs.
The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Big loss on the last play. Threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Wide receiver going in motion. On the move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. to pass. Oh, they're after him. And they can't make the connection, and 3 quarters are in the books as we head to the 4th. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor, both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. 1 more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that one down a little further.
That's a big drive for this offense in the 4th quarter. Now to take a 2-possession lead, you got the other offense where you want. Now you get to rush the passer, make them pass a little bit more, and don't give up those big plays. You're in a really good spot now.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Wide open downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Play action on 1st down. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Wolverine! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
Really nice job by the quarterback there, just letting the play develop. He had his eyes down in the middle of the field, and I think when he saw that deep middle area vacated, he said to himself, I've got a guy running right into that area. I'm throwing this thing on time, and this is going to be a touchdown. And that's exactly what happened.
He'll start the return inside the spot. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Now on 1st down from the 30. The give to the back. A touchdown-saving tackle as they gets him down at the 37. And the Razorbacks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. This is a design run. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Went to the running game on 1st down, now 2nd down. He might want another play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Here's a heat. It's complete to the right. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down. All the way down to the 25-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Working that left side now. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the 1st. And the Wolverines with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Puts it
defense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's
nowhere to go with the ball and down. He goes in the 39. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The pocket broke down, and the quarterback had to take the sack.
Really impressed by this pass rusher. It's just guys winning their individual battles one-on-one up front. They're able to get to the quarterback.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock, that is at a premium for this offense.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They're looking to pass from the red zone. It's complete. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. Wants to throw it. Fires into the end zone. Falls in, completed. He did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down comes. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run it. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. Finally up to add another.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through. He knows where the goal line is. Gets in the end zone, gets 6.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams in the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Hey, Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Fires to the big fella. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got his man. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Unloads to the wideout. He's open on the right. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. The Razorbacks will snap it on 1st and 10. They want to run this quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives, and pitches to the running.
And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes, and the way they call the sack to be a costly play. Motion from the wideout. Quick pass on the jet motion. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. 6-point lead here in the fourth.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man,
he's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touch.
Execution by this offense, taking almost all of the clock, tying this football game, and now get that kicker loose, no pressure at all. They'll kick that thing through the uprights, and you get the big dub.
And he puts through the extra point. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. Number one team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got to say, okay, maybe we're not as good as we thought we were. Just because we were number one, that doesn't mean anything until the